In today's video, we're going to be talking about Greef Karga, his backstory, and everything you need to know about him before watching The Mandalorian Season 2. While very little is known about Greef Karga, especially before The Mandalorian, there was a glimpse of information in the finale of Season 1, and we will be focusing on that in today's video. So Greef Karga was a human male and former disgraced magistrate before becoming an agent of the Bounty Hunters Guild following the collapse of the Empire. In around 9 ABY, he met with the bounty hunter Djarin in a cantina to accept 4 bounties that the hunter had captured. In the final chapter of The Mandalorian's first season, Mando and his allies are engaged in a tense standoff with Moff Gideon, who tries to convince them to surrender. He speaks to each character individually and demonstrates his knowledge by using their full names, including Mando's. When addressing Karga, Gideon refers to him as a disgraced magistrate, which is the show's first biggest reveal about Karga's past. Not much is known about the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild, but apparently Karga was a respected government official at some point in his past. The position of magistrate exists in various governments in the Star Wars universe, including the Galactic Empire. Based on Gideon's comment, Karga may have worked for the Empire in an official capacity. If this is the case, Karga may have conducted some sort of illegal act or did something else that the Empire frowned upon. Exactly why Karga is called a disgraced former magistrate is open to speculation, but whatever this act was, it must have led either to Karga leaving the Empire on his own or the Empire dismissing him from his post. After the Empire's ties with Karga were severed, Karga's experiences could have helped him attain the job as the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild, a role that has allowed him to operate outside of the perimeters of the Empire. As Karga still holds this position at the end of the season, he will make an appearance in The Mandalorian Season 2, and we're going to find out a lot more about him in the sophomore season of the Disney Plus show. So what about his personality and traits of the character? Karga described Djarin to the client as the best bounty hunter within the parsec, but also very expensive. He attempted to convince Djarin that he could still spend Imperial credits when the hunter refused to accept them and attempted to claim it was the only payment he had available, but quickly gave up and offered calamari flan when the bounty hunter threatened to leave with the pucks. A little known fact about Greef Karga is that he could speak Huttese as well as Galactic Basic. When it came to equipment, Greef Karga had access to enough Imperial credits to pay Din Djarin's bounty fees, but could only afford to pay half of these fees with calamari flan that he had available. He was paid at least 2 bars of Beskar for Din Djarin's successful capture of the child, and used a blaster pistol in battle, sometimes 2. He wore a brown jacket over a lighter brown shirt with a bandolier and brown gloves. Apart from the plotlines that we see in The Mandalorian Season 1 on Nevarro, not much else is actually canonly known about Greef Karga. We don't even know what his home planet is. However, we will find out a lot more in the second season of The Mandalorian. In my opinion, Carl Weathers is an absolutely phenomenal actor, and he portrays the role of Greef Karga to a T. You know, it's his character, and as such I've always found the character to be a very fascinating one. He's got the right attitude and persona to be the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild, and I would love to find out more about his backstory in the second season. We are only 23 days away from Season 2, guys. This is the way. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm Star Wars Meg.